Because welcome to scumbag world, where you gotta be this low to ride the ride. Right? You gotta be a fucking scumbag to succeed in this world at all. Right? And just because somebody's doing something nice for you, when you're telling them this is not helping, like, but up your fucking ass and to the right. Seriously. What if my father was trying to teach me a lesson by kicking me out of the house? And this fucking lady is paying for a hotel room, bringing my misery to me. And you're telling me it's not some type of gaslight program? Where now you want me to gaslight myself? Like this all the time? But they act so perfect. It's so hard. Yeah, try not smoking it. I do that all the time. I don't smoke it. Especially when I'm outside with the bug in my face. That's the time I want a cigarette the most. Because it gets them away. And it's not even that hot yet. Why do you think I have the unfiltered one just hanging out of my mouth? It's cheaper. It's cheaper, especially if I'm just letting it burn and barely taking a puff. If it's for that purpose. But what am I going to do if I don't have it? Like, I'm probably I am addicted to nicotine. Just being around it and having it. Because at whatever point, I actually did want to smoke a lot of cigarettes. I used to take giant pulls and use being a little tipsy as an excuse. Right? It's so cheesy. It's abusing yourself, right? Oh, I didn't know I was abusing myself. I didn't know I was hurting your feelings. Well, I'm sorry if I hurt somebody's feelings, even from a joke. Maybe that's why I could get away with telling some jokes in real life. Because in real life, I'm around a bunch of people who aren't that offended. You know? Until I get to the fake sanctuary, to the fake safety blanket, right? Until I get to the gaslight machine. To the dementia magnet, where these people are so perfect and they know everything, but when you ask them a question, they act like they don't know what the fuck you're talking about, ever, about something that they should know, something that maybe I'm giving them more credit than they deserve. No, maybe you're getting exactly what you deserve with a son like me, or a brother like me, or a father like me, or a mother like me, that's telling you something you necessarily don't really want to hear. But it is a necessity to hear it. Because you want me to blame my father because he's crazy a little bit, right? Because he has ways that I don't like. But what about the mother that has ways that are wicked? Even though she's doing a nice act, it's something that'll hurt you, right? And then you want me to go to a therapist that will say blame her, instead of looking within for the kingdom of heaven that these types of people say they read the Bible. When that's what the Bible says, that's what Jesus in the Bible says to do. But then they tell you, I hate a Jew, I hate the Muzzy, I hate the Boomer, I hate the kid, I hate the this, I hate the that, I hate everything. If I don't hate myself, how the fuck can I hate you? Right? Because all these people project their own self-hatred onto me for telling them why they hate themselves. Just like when somebody told me I was a hater. Well, maybe I am a hater of certain things, but I'm not a hater by nature. I don't have the behavior of a hater. I was telling you that you can rap too. I was telling you to grow the plant also. Trying to show you how to get the fish by being patient. If I'm patient enough to catch a fish, to eat enough to stay at least 150 without extra calories, right? Because I'm counting some extra calories from charity. Nice acts, but it's dependency. Just like this fake authority of Uncle Sham. You know? I'd rather they're in bed with each other, right? It's this fake polarized opposite game of duality. It's a symbolism, and they don't even have enough morality to follow the real authority, but they want to put laws on you in this body that make it more like a shackle. But if you had more morality to raise yourself up out of the muck, you wouldn't give two fucks about their laws. If you're in a county that respects your boundaries as a citizen or an individual or a person with a soul that doesn't hurt many people or doesn't intentionally lie, I'm trying to look for the truth and they call me a liar. How is it that I'm a racist when the only spiritual advice I get that comes true is from the Hebrew Israelite gentleman, Pastor Dowell, telling me the truth, that when I want to follow the laws and still respect Jesus as the Messiah, my people will turn their back and say you're fucking crazy and you're this and you're that because I don't agree with their fake tradition of the fake nonsense holidays. But they want to parade the Messiah around on a stick acting like that's from God. That's not from Satan, right? I think you're a piece of shit for acting like that's all good. And then they want to treat me like me saying it is me being a piece of shit. Like I'm not grateful for every fucking breath. That's why I'm trying not to smoke a cigarette. Because I look at that like it's suicide and it's ungrateful. Just like you don't let me get to the point when we're talking about killing babies in your womb, how jerking off is like sodomy of yourself. And you're throwing kids in a tissue. You might as well put it in the compost, right? Instead of putting it in the garbage. It's gross the way everybody is. And then we all want to blame somebody else. Well, I blame myself for staying around this. But then they still get offended by me saying that sentence. I blame myself for staying around this. I don't blame bad women for being bad women. I blame myself for ever being attracted to them. Because now I got sins in my soul that I got to pay for. Regardless of what you think Jesus is going to do for me. I just have faith. I just happen to have faith enough that maybe he will see I didn't do those things out of negativity. That I was very confused and I was self-medicating and looking for doctors to help me with their suicide pills that are on bad drug commercials now that I don't get no money for. How do I know if nobody else is claiming some money on some fake disorder that I don't know I'm diagnosed with? How do I know? Maybe that's why I'm even allowed these things, right? But how do I know? Where's my restitution for all of the lies everybody ever told me that we've been operating under? Right? But you want to act like we're not all a bunch of slaves. You want to act like I got some type of privilege because I'm white when the light hits my fucking meat suit. When that don't mean a goddamn thing to a person like me. I never cared about it. I cared more about it because the whole fucking world seems to care about it. I refrained from procreating with girls that have a lot darker skin than me, even though I think they're very beautiful, because I know this world is wicked and abuses people who are different than them just because they're different than them, even when they look exactly like them. Is this what you did to people like my grandmother back in the Great Depression era who saw through their fucking psyops of trying to destabilize cultures? Right? But you want to call her crazy too. I guess I should thank God I got the pills to shock my brain instead of electroshock treatments, right? Like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. You're the one eating poison. You're the one eating heavy metals all day. Acting like the radiation you put yourself around isn't cooking the fucking metal inside your gut. Acting like that's not part of your fucking health problems. Well, if the Wi-Fi can magically connect through to the device without a wire, unless you're charging it, then what do you think it's doing passing through you? Why do you think I don't even have my microwave plugged in? I never have this plugged. I barely even use it. The guy installed a faulty vent in it anyway. I only had it plugged in to use as a vent when it would burn something by accident from the skillet. But it's not even connected to anything going outside. And these people act like this had nothing to do with my health problems at the end of 2019. Telling me it's just a flu, just a flu. What is this, some type of fucking experiment and we're in a big psych ward? Because I'm apologetic at a lot of times in most of my life. And I'm sorry if I ever thought that was help. Going to the pharmacia, because I thought talking to somebody would help. When it's really, we're all just each other anyway. We should all be treating each other better in the first place. Right? Maybe then you wouldn't have killed the fucking Messiah. Try to act like he gave himself up. Like, yeah, maybe he gave himself up because he sees what's the fucking use when you got these liars around you acting like you're the crazy one for seeing through deceptions, and you're putting yourself in a trap acting like I'm the one trapping you. Killing the messenger. How many times you gonna do it? Acting like Jesus was fake. Why do you think I keep in my heart that they hated him first? So I don't start developing a hatred of you.